Hello guys and welcome back YouTube. So we're streaming right now, but we're posting this on YouTube, so go check out the Twitch. This is going to be the first Twitch video. I made a new Twitch account, so yeah, so if you like streams that I do, or yeah, you know, I've streamed on YouTube, so if you watch some of those that's cool. So also just go follow the Twitch because we're on here right now. So this is the first video, the most violent Goosebumps episode. Let's check it out. This is by Papa Meat. I didn't tell you that, YouTube. But, yep.
Today we're going to be starting off our spooky season. We're going to be starting now, and we're going to be talking about Goosebumps.
Goosebumps!
Fever Swamp. One of my favorite videos from that time period. I have it on VHS here. I'm going to see if I can. Usually it's on the rack there. Let me run downstairs and see if I can grab it.
I think this might be a bit. I don't know. I'm getting this clue.
Be down here somewhere. Oh my god, this place looks like shit. Grandma must be hitting the booze again. Where did I put that here? Is it this one? Father clock. Why do people still have these? It feels weird that people even still have these in their house. I don't know. My grandma's a dumb bitch. It's probably here.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Werewolf of Fever Swamp. It isn't really Halloween unless I watch this for me. I mean, I have all the Goosebumps movies. This one I probably replayed the most. And I mean, I could go back upstairs and watch it, but...
You know, I used to watch the Goosebumps things. I never thought they were scary, though. But I thought they were pretty funny and fun to watch, you know. Like, a lot of them were kind of stupid, but some of them were pretty good. I remember the little, like, episode shows or whatever they used to have. Like, the little... I don't know, was it on Netflix or something? They had a bunch of episodes. I think that was my day. Oh, that was majority of my day back a little bit. Back in a little bit of time, that was the majority of my days during Halloween time because they were pretty fun to watch.
I have a feeling we should watch it down here. Grandma's couch. The comfiest place for any alcoholic to sit.
It's just a dead corpse.
Just like I remember. Okay. Now welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Like I said, today we're going to be talking about Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Whoa.
I tell you that this tape was an important piece of my childhood. I really can't emphasize that enough. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, I had Werewolf Fever Swamp, Welcome to Dead House, and Night of the Living Dummy 3.
That Night of the Living Dummy is really good.
Year-round, it was always amazing. But I figured since we're in the spooky season, we might as well talk about it today. And I know that I said that Stay Out of the Basement's my favorite one. All right, I get it. But honestly, the Werewolf Fever Swamp always holds a very near and dear place to my heart. I will say I do think it's the scariest of all the Goosebumps one. But without further ado, Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Bop, bop, bop. Da, 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 bop, bop, bop.
You're in for a scare.
Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na.
So Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Wait a second. Wait a dang sec. That intro is actually so good. I love that intro. That's a really good one. Also, I don't know if I've ever seen the Werewolf Fever Swamp, so this might be new to me or not. I might like remember it. I don't know. I've watched quite a bit of them. I don't know if I've watched this one. So we're gonna see if I have. You know, it's gonna remind me or not if I have. You know, I hope I didn't. Maybe I forgot that I did. I don't know.
Starts off like any one of the Goosebumps specials, which the specials are Night at Terror Tower, Welcome to Dead House, Stay Out of the Basement, Night of the Living Dummy 3, and Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Yeah.
I might be missing one.
I've seen Night of the Living Dummy 3. I have seen that. I've seen all of them. So I know I've seen that. That's the only one I know for sure that I've seen.
But it always starts with R.L. Stine giving his coveted nice intro, which the man has been 103 since 1998. Don't know how it's possible, but he has.
Grandparents love to be scared.
After the nice intro, we start off with a nice panning shot through the swamp. Ooh, spooky. Then the camera pans and we see the nice dilapidated house that
Oh,
our
wow, completely
protagonists
broken
have just
down.
acquired in this mysterious spot. They don't ever really tell us where the swamp is at.
I don't. Why are you buying a house in the middle of fucking nowhere? How are you going to school? How are you doing anything? You're in the middle of nowhere. All right, have fun biking to school, buddy. Your car's broke down probably too.
But you'd have to assume that, I mean, I'm guessing the South, but it's weird because they're Canadian and there's Canadian accents, but they're in the South.
Yuck. Did you guys see them walls? Did you guys see them walls? Wait. Why we went back way too far? What the? Okay, you see the walls right there. Where? Yes, look at those. You know that's making you sick, buddy. Yeah, move into a house where you're gonna get sick, and the house is falling apart. Move into a falling apart house. That's so smart.
I'm guessing the South, but it's weird because they're Canadian and there's Canadian accents, but they're in the South. I just wanted them to say the town name and the state, zip code. Give me their socials, is what I want to have. But with the dilapidated house being shown, the mother says, wow, this is a great space.
What a great space.
Which is pretty funny because the house looks like, it looks terrible. It looks like utter shit. Looks like they took tons of tea bags.
The worst house I've ever seen.
People look like they've shit on the floor. We're first introduced to our main character, Grady, when he looks at a stain on the wall and he says, that looks like a giant blood stain, Mom.
It's a blood stain?
How do you know?
No.
No, how do you know there's a blood stain? Dude, you know that's not a blood stain. That is someone's feces. That's someone's shit on the wall. What do you mean? No, it's a blood stain.
It's just,
like you know blood
dry
is.
rot.
What could it?
Dry rot?
They were having chocolate fights in here whenever they last left. It was people had buckets of diarrhea, Grady. Okay, you don't realize what this is. Okay, Jesus. But you know, Grady's kind of a little son of a bitch who doesn't really like the new house.
Snake.
Which who doesn't, dude?
A
If you
snake.
moved countries,
What?
which you'd have to assume because they're Canadian and now they're in the South. Grady's pissed. He's like, dude, why the fuck did we have to move all the way here? And why? Because the mom and dad are deer scientists.
Well, my parents are scientists.
Deer
They're
scientists?
studying how the deer will adapt to the swamp.
That's
Is that
so
a thing?
stupid. That is so
I don't
stupid.
know.
That's so dumb. I don't know if that's a real job, but if that is, I'm sorry. But you have a terrible freaking job. That is horrible. You know what? Get a new job. If that is your job and you take deer to like places like that, just get a new job. That's not a good job. You do not, you know you actually don't want to do that. That's not something you like, okay?
Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, it's the fall.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Snake. My biggest.
Sorry, Papa Meat, but I can't. I'm not putting fucking ad. I'm skipping your ad, Buster. No offense.
Phobia on Earth is snakes, and I don't like how you said it. I just don't like how the dad says it's a corn snake, and then you hear Grady with his fucking nasally ass voice, which Grady, I'm pretty sure during the entire shoot, I think he had to have had a summer cold. He's like, corn snake.
It was a corn snake.
It's like all on his nose. Corn snake. So the dad gives his son the snake, and he says, go free the snake in the swamp, which feels excessively far, when I feel like you could have just put it outside and it would have been fine, but no, we're gonna go to the swamp. Go put it all the way down.
Go fall in the swamp.
Son. Nothing bad's gonna happen, I swear.
Yeah.
Go to the swamp, son. Kind of makes it seem like the parents are trying to set up to kill their son early on, if I'm being completely honest. The snake obviously isn't real. It's a little fake snake, and it's kind of funny. Grady's holding it, and it's all curved up. Like
it's gonna get eaten by alligator out there.
And when he sets it down, he kind of just does like a...
He's gonna be eaten by an alligator. I think I may have seen this one. I think I have. Kind of remembering that, but not been from other one, because some of them were similar. I don't know.
Just kind of throws it down on the ground. It's like all stiff. Be free, snake. Be free, spirit Halloween snake. When he's down in the swamp, we start hearing all kinds of weird animal noises, which I don't know what in the hell they used for the Foley for these like swamp sounds.
Those are the fucking zombies and the spirits talking to you, trying to tell you to do things. That's not your own thoughts. It's normal. That's what happens in the forest late at night, and or just anytime you're alone in the forest. That's what happens. They start talking to you and telling you to do stuff that you don't usually do normally.
This has never been in a swamp. Kind of sounds like the sound that they have. It sounds like a dying panda mixed in with like some kind of like Tibetan flute. It's very odd. I don't know what they were going for there, but it does sound creepy and mysterious in this very feverish swamp. On his way back home, Grady gets lost and starts having a panic attack, which is really funny because I feel like, what is he, 50 feet away from his house? He's like, wait, that's not where I'm supposed to go. Wait, how did I get lost? It's like, dude, walk back up the fucking hill. You dunce. Good God, Grady. Oh yeah, and then to calm himself down like a true shell-shocked veteran, he was like, I'm not lost. I'm not lost.
I'm not lost. I am not lost.
You can probably see your house if you just go up the hill, Grady. Get up there. This is where we're introduced to the swamp hermit, aka the Down syndrome man.
There's a freaking hobo in the middle of the forest. What? Why?
That lives in the woods in the
in the swamp. He doesn't say a single word. He looks like he's high on meth, which when I was a kid, it scared the living shit out of me. Honestly, thinking about it now, to come across an old man, presumably homeless, in the forest who's not saying anything and his eyes are all tweaked up, it freaks you out. I mean, honestly, it puts you in a pretty fucking crazy mood.
I was crazy once.
This is definitely, out of all the ones that Goosebumps movies I've seen, this one definitely has like a lot of the creepiest shots. But we'll
why?
keep getting into that as we go on.
Why would he be
Grady's
out there?
back home safe and brushing his teeth with his sister, and they complain about living in this hellhole. And the sister, she finds a little spider in her face cream, and Grady gives a nice.
Oh, that's so funny.
He's like,
That's so funny. Oh my god, there's a little spider in the cream. Shut the fuck up.
Kind of funny.
Shut
Cut
up.
to Grady awkwardly throwing away boxes. He
Oh,
goes
you
to talk to his
loser.
dad, who's working on the fence with all their experimental deer. His dad is like dressed up like a mixture between the nerd from the Lost City of Atlantis and Indiana Jones. And
Yep.
it's like, just because you're a deer scientist doesn't mean you have to dress up like Dr. fucking Who, dude. Grow up. Okay? The experiment that they're conducting too for this, that they uprooted this kid, his childhood, which also Grady isn't like the youngest kid. I'm pretty sure his sister is like 16. I think Grady's probably like 12. It's like he definitely had social circles. He definitely had some kind of social group and activities.
Bet you had lots of friends where you came from.
Yeah, like 20 right on my street.
Friends that he
20.
probably desperately loved, and they uprooted his entire life to see how these deer would re-enter a new environment such as a swamp. Does that really sound like research that seems that important to uproot your family? Also, is there no other place like that? Like, does it specifically have to be a swamp? The dad is giving Grady this nice big long spiel. He's just like, you see these fucking deer, Grady. They don't like it here now, but
I think I have seen this. They're like, I really feel like I've seen this before. Like, I don't know. I gotta see the monster.
pretty
And I'll tell you for
soon,
sure.
they're gonna love it here, and so will you. Then he snaps the pliers in front of Grady's face.
I
which he
vaguely
actually
remember
does do
this.
that.
So are you.
This is where we learn
He misses
that
and
the
hits his
inbred
eye.
swamp man who attacked Grady is a hermit who lost his family years ago.
He lost his family a while ago, and ever since then, it's been a little strange, but just lives off the land, doesn't harm anybody.
Which, were they hermits too? Needless to say, the dad really
Probably.
doesn't care. He's like, people say he's harmless. God, Grady, who cares?
It's not.
But
You ever try meth? You ever try meth? He walks up to you. Hey, you ever try meth? Hey, I got something for you.
we cut tonight. Grady is messing with the TV trying to get a signal, which
You ever try heroin? Huh?
really, he's doing the thing. He's being a little snot-nosed fucking little rat. His parents are on this like prehistoric laptop looking at the tiniest screen. His parents get really pissed and they're just like, Grady, get the fuck out of here."
Grady!
There's nothing to do here.
But we
Go for
introduce
a
new
walk.
problem here where the
Go for a
parents are, I'm assuming, using Wi-Fi to look at some kind of data on their laptop, yet Grady can't get signal to the TV in the house? Unless they're just like, look at this document we made. His parents scold him for being an annoying piece of shit, so he sulks and goes upstairs. But the next morning,
Wah.
Grady plays catch with himself outside. This is where we get introduced to our newest character, the inbred swamp child that lives next door. His name is Will. And Will
Well,
picks up the ball and starts talking to Grady about his mom and dad and brother and sister. Basically, Will, who has the flattest face known to man, comes up. He's dressed like a fucking country bumpkin. He says he lives next door. You know, he's like, oh, wow, is this a potential friend? Can it get me out of this hell? I hate my family. Instead, he says, hey, do you want to play a game of catch? And Will's like, no, I don't really fuck with, baseball.
So, you want to play catch? You got a mitt?
I'm not much for baseball.
Baseball. That's boring as shit. Let's go shoot guns. Let's go shoot a whore in the street.
I've got some targets out back. You've got a BB gun, don't you?
And then Grady says this, which I fucking hate when people
What?
say this. He says, my family doesn't believe in guns.
Our family kind of doesn't believe in guns.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Wah. Wah. Bruh. You know where you are?
Newsflash, dude. They fucking exist. You better
Yeah.
get used to it, Grady.
Oh.
I bet you by the end of this, you're gonna wish.
Have
you
fun learning.
goon. Some weird
Yeah, you're
animal
gonna want
voices are
that.
heard, and then
You know where
we
you
start
are?
Talking about how the swamp messes with people's heads.
No, have fun with the bear. Have fun with the bear when it comes to get you. And also, I have seen this. I know now. I definitely know.
People say the swamp starts to grow inside your head.
Also, people who go in don't come out.
You get confused, turned
Yeah.
around. Sometimes people go in.
No, I seen this on Netflix when they had this series or whatever. I didn't originally see it before that. Since Papa Meat does have the tapes or whatever. I never had the tapes. I watched them on Netflix. Yeah, and they had like all of them on there. Probably not all of them, but I watched like everyone they had on Christmas with my sister. We've seen them, so I remember now. This one we didn't watch that much. I think we watched it like 2 times this one.
And are never heard from again.
He scares the shit out of Grady.
Whoa.
He's sweating fucking bricks here. And he's like, so let's go in.
He's
And it's
shitting
like,
himself.
Well, you didn't really paint the
I
prettiest picture
talked
to
to
go
you
in
and
there,
tell you
buddy. But Grady,
things.
he's bored. He hasn't watched TV.
Kill
He's
your
been playing-
friend. Kill him. Kill him while he's behind. Kill him. Kill him. He's behind you. Turn around with the knife and stab him in the neck. Yeah.
Catch by himself, he decides to go with the inbred child into the swamp. Grady follows Will into the swamp. Grady instantly starts spurging out about how the swamp is incredible and that dinosaurs lived in a place like this.
Dinosaurs used to live in places like
Whoa.
this.
Cool, Grady.
Shut up,
That's
Grady.
fucking kind of weird. Will gives us some dope lore about the fever swamp, and a practical effects spider tries very desperately to stay in place for the 6th shot. All of a sudden, weird animal or inbred people start screeching or making love.
Oh no, we gotta get out of here.
But it freaks Will out, and he says, Grady, get the hell out of here!
What is it? Shut up and run.
And it's a creepy running away sequence. The Down syndrome hermit walks past, holding his crossbow. Which, me
The heck
thinks
is
that
he doing?
Peter Jackson might have stolen this bit for his little movie called Lord of the Rings. Seems a bit too similar, Peter. We're watching you. But the two stalk him. They're kind of figuring out what's going on, and Will drops even more lore. Will
They're gonna
tells
get
Grady
shot.
that the hermit is why everyone has been disappearing, and that he's been wandering the swamp for 50 to 60 years.
He's been roaming around this swamp for 50, 60 years.
If he's taking him, why is the kid not gone yet? He literally met him earlier. He would have killed him. It's not him.
And that's when Will drops the biggest bombshell of them all.
The moon is full tonight. You'll hear him howling and you'll know exactly what he is. Nothing else on earth howls like that.
Oh, maybe he is
What?
the werewolf thing.
Like a werewolf.
The hermit?
Oh, maybe it's his friend. Maybe he's the werewolf.
Cut back to Grady's home. We get this nice shot of everyone at the dinner table. Grady talks about how Will touched him in the swamp that day. God. Grady mentions that he has a new friend and that he played a little game called Tummy Sticks in the swamp.
Tummy sticks. Oh yeah.
Grady also tells his parents about the fever and how there's a werewolf in the swamp kidnapping people. And his dad, once again, it's like, Grady, there's no such thing as a werewolf. No
Yeah,
one
Grady.
believes Grady. They all call him stupid. They're like, get to bed, you fucking loser. But Grady wakes up that night in a very cold sweat. Heart pounding. He goes to the bathroom and takes his temperature and his pulse, which I was like, dude, how old are you? He's like, oh my God, my RPMs are crazy. Grady goes outside on his deck and there's some howling. So he starts running around the house and locking all the windows and doors. Grady is fucking spooked. He scared himself into an oblivion. And this reminds me of the exact same The
paranoid.
first time I saw Paranormal Activity, exact same thing. Grady stops in his tracks as he hears the door
Lock
creak
it
open.
down.
Uh-oh, the hermit's here, and I think we all know what he wants. A giant beast jumps and attacks Grady, and it makes like a fucking horrifying sound. You find out that it's just a dog. The sister comes in, and like a sassy, dumb idiot, she says,
That was trying to kill you?
it's like, have you ever seen police attack dogs? Yeah. The dad
Yeah, they're fucking insane. What? Are you making fun of him for running from the police dog? Like, if that, what?
comes in late and says, I heard someone
They
screaming.
go crazy.
Did I hear someone screaming?
Which just once again shows you how much he actually cares about this family. Sorry, I was outside checking on the deer. The sister's like, it was Grady. He was almost licked to death. And the dad smacks him real hard, and he's just like, you don't ever make jokes like that in my house. You hear me? His dad says that they can keep the dog. Basically just like, fine, dude, go upstairs, put some
Sure,
peanut
keep
butter
the
on your
dog.
balls and let the dog go wild. Cut to the morning, Grady's playing with the dog.
Let the dog
He
go
now
wild.
named Vandal.
Thinking about calling him Vandal on account of the way he broke in last night.
His mom says there'll be a full moon tonight.
There's gonna be a full moon tonight.
We cut back to the swamp,
call him
and Will
Robert.
and Grady just got done torturing a cat. I'm just kidding. Grady asks, what's this stuff tied to the trees?
What's this stuff tied to the trees?
And Will,
Shit sticks. The things tied to those trees are just shit sticks. That's all they are, shit sticks. The local hermit uses them a lot.
For some reason knows about like which if you're from the area I guess you might know, but he's like that's wolfbane. It's supposed to ward off werewolves.
Ward
Whoa!
off werewolves. Werefolk invented that silver bullet story themselves, so poor people couldn't afford to hunt them down.
He's the werewolf.
Werefolk?
Okay, right there's the
I
werewolf.
suppose you'd call them werepersons.
Will and Grady get into a tussle. After talking about the werewolves, they start wondering about what they should label them. Were-person? Were-folk? Woke liberal shit that shouldn't belong in a swamp. Okay? Grady trips and falls down a hill, almost landing in a bog, which you don't know what a bog is. It's the center of a swamp. Had to look that up right now. Which, let me tell you, when Grady falls down, this scene as a kid, it scared me. I mean, he goes down, it's all slimy, it looks fucking horrifying. Really, like, the ambiance that they have in this scene is just, I love it so much. Will starts being a weirdo again and says that a kid got sucked down there years ago.
A couple of years ago, a kid fell in.
Which, dude, what is up with all these back-to-back stories? Why do you keep going down there? Yeah, people keep getting sucked down there. I'm telling you all the time. Also, did you get?
He's
you
trying to get
forget that
sucked
there's
too.
a pedophile roaming the woods again, Grady? Something
Oh.
grabs Will's hand.
Something's got me. Help me.
But don't you worry, our dear viewer. It was just one of Goosebumps' classic fake outs. Oh, it was just a shoe. Grady, you look like
Oh.
a fucking idiot.
It was only a shoe.
Vandal starts barking. Will grabs the wolf's bane and they leave. Cut back to the house and the sister is listening to music on her Sony Walkman and she sees a cute little rabbit. She is, oh, cute
Oh, I thought it
bunny.
was
And then she
roadkill.
screams. And I mean, like when you look at the bunny, I'm like, dude, it's dead. It's so clearly
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was roadkill.
dead. She freaks out. We cut to the dad.
So is it dead?
Doing some
Oh,
kind
okay, I
of
guess it
completely
is. Yeah, it just
strange
looked like
autopsy.
roadkill.
Which on rewatch here, the biggest thing that was really weird to me is why are there beakers? Different colored beakers. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's not a beaker. That's an Erlenmeyer flask.
To these
But
deer.
close.
And basically, the dad says,
Yeah.
well, I think
Right there with the green little liquid. That's an Erlenmeyer flask. All right, a little lesson for you. Erlenmeyer flask. Wow.
Vandal killed this rabbit.
It was mauled by some predator.
Oh, come on, Dad. Vandal didn't do this.
We should put him down. It's like,
Kill
well,
him.
it's a dog and that was a wild animal. It shit happens. Like, why are we emotionally
Yeah,
attached to this rabbit?
cares
I don't
about the
know.
rabbit?
But the mom and dad want the dog gone. They say, Grady, enough's enough. I'm taking it back. I'm gonna take the fucking 12 gauge and I'm putting it against his. Hey, do all dogs go to heaven, Grady? And as he cocks his 12 gauge shotgun, Grady, do all dogs go to heaven? We'll get another dog. We're gonna put this one down. But we cut to Grady and Will in the swamp. Grady wants to find the hermit and show that Vandal is not a killer. He's looking for dog justice. He doesn't care anymore. He says, give me the hermit. I want dog justice. They arrive at the hermit's shack and there's human skulls over his yard, which I thought I was like, oh
Wow,
my
that's
God,
so cool.
he's killed people? Holy shit. Which, yeah, it's like, even if like we're, you know, oh, he is not a bad guy, how the fuck do you explain all these skulls,
Yeah.
dude? They sneak in and investigate, but no one is home. Just kidding. Hunter Biden pops out. And whenever we get the close-ups of the hermit, he
Here's Johnny.
does look a lot like Hunter Biden, which is a lot of fun. Editor note, show the video clip of Hunter Biden smoking on the bathroom floor. Except we probably have to blur out the pipe and shit, but Hunter Biden snarls like an animal and chases the boy in the swamp. Grady gets caught up in a net and Will ditches him, which, you know, kind of horrifying. Hunter Biden literally capturing you in a swamp, and then Will absolutely bails. You can't blame him. I think Grady's even like, just fucking go, dude.
Why? How did he get in a trap?
Hunter Biden does the weird, creepy smile, then takes Grady back to his shack. And Hunter Biden just grunts and growls. And Grady promises not to tell anyone if he just lets him go.
I won't tell anyone, I promise. I won't tell.
Once again, I feel like him not saying anything and just eating basically raw chicken
so
is
weird.
not looking good for the pedophile man. He's very creepy, and my God, wash your hands once in a while. Hunter
Ugh.
Biden looks out the window, and we see a huge full moon. Hunter Biden goes out and howls at the moon. And Grady escapes with a pocket knife and sneaks out the back of the house. Grady comes
werewolf
home and
man
starts
coming?
saying they need to leave the swamp now because the hermit is a werewolf.
He's a werewolf.
Which once again,
She does not
Grady,
care.
you've barked up this fucking tree before. No one listened to you now. Even though it is weird, he's like, hey, this guy did capture a net. I don't know what he was gonna do to me.
You're all gonna
able
die.
To escape his shack, and yet people still are
You
like,
should just leave him.
God, Grady, enough with this. You got caught, and he gave you a massage. It's not a big deal. And what was frustrating about this scene was that Grady had to go and tell his mom that the hermit was a werewolf instead of kind of just immediately coming forward and just saying, hey mom, you know the hermit? Yeah, I don't know if he's a werewolf, but he kidnapped me and he put me in a net in his shack and he showed me a gun. I feel like they have to listen to you then, right? Hello? They start
Yeah.
hearing some weird noises and the werewolf picks up the deer
Oh!
and throws out the window.
What
Kinda
the-
funny. Which from this point,
What the hell? dude. I think that would be scarier than the werewolf. The freaking deer just flying through the window.
On. This has to be the most R-rated of all the Goosebumps movies. They go outside and Vandal is barking like a goddamn madman. And all of the deer are loose except for one dead one, and the one that's probably still bleeding out in their living room from being thrown
Killed all
into
the deer.
window. The mom wants Grady to
We're
call the
doing
sheriff to put
research.
the dog
No!
down.
No, all the research went.
Brady, go call the sheriff to get rid of that dog.
Which, even for a kid's show, was like, even to have that put in there, pretty metal, pretty brutal.
Wow.
Sorry, Grady, it has to be done.
And the parents are so fucking stupid here because they blamed the 37-pound dog for killing 2 full-grown deer or throwing a deer
Yeah,
through a window.
they're insane, then.
Where's the logic there? But Grady's the only one with common sense.
Mom, you can't think Vandal did this. Do you think a dog can do that to a fence?
Grady pulls a fast one on his mom and traps her in the barn. But
Yeah.
then he hears Will
Lock her in there. Don't let her out. Give her food sometimes.
scream. Grady goes to Will's house and we see that his house is torn to shreds
Ooh.
and that no one can be found. And also, I just want to say that like not only was Grady's
They're
house
dead.
pretty much trash, but also Will's house is trash. Every single one of these houses are absolutely torn to fucking shreds. And it's like, has the law enforcement not done anything about this? Where's the
Nah, that's
true
normal over in
detective
that town.
fucking people here? I need to know. I had a burp. Oh god. Grady goes into the swamp and we get this awesome shot of Grady walking over the hill and there's this nice
Wow.
backlight with fog rolling over. The sister comes home and after her walking around the house for a bit, we get this
Mom, Dad, where are you? Grady, you fucking idiot, where are you?
amazing shot of this like mouth snarling and we get this amazing werewolf POV chasing of the werewolf chasing the sister through the house. It's actually scary as shit. This used to actually give me nightmares when I was a kid.
She's
But
gonna
the
die.
sister makes it out to the shed
Oh,
with her
never
mom
mind.
and the werewolf is basically beating
Look
the
at that
side
idiot.
of it. He looks like a fucking Neanderthal. But the werewolf punches through the wall of the shed and the mom breaks its goddamn
like a damn
hand and
monkey.
it runs off when he starts hearing
Like a
Grady
giant
also go,
ape.
"Woo! Vandal!" And the werewolf goes to attack Grady. The werewolf, though, is caught in the net, and Hunter Biden steps out of the woods, and for the first
Kill
time
him.
in this entire fucking thing, he speaks,
Got him.
which pisses me off
Good
so
kid.
much. Because it's like, dude, why the fuck didn't you just say something?
I waited a long time for
We don't care. Kill
Then
him.
we sit there, and as the
He's
net
gonna die.
goes off, the hermit, you see that's just all of the deer that got loose from before, and he goes, "Run, boy!"
Yeah, he's dead.
And immediately Hunter Biden dies. Hunter Biden gives absolutely
Run,
fucking no, and
boy,
it's actually
run.
pretty effective in terms of the horror aspect of it. But as Grady's running, he also gets attacked. But the moon gets covered by fog, and you hear the werewolf let out. "Ah!" And it turns out that
friend.
Will was the
Yep.
werewolf the whole time.
Yes, yes, I've seen this. I knew that. I knew that. I'm so nostalgic right now.
Will, the inbred child.
What
had
the
been
hell,
living
Will?
himself, and he's been the werewolf. He killed the hermit's family.
Yeah, Grady, I was trying to kill your mom and your dad, but how dare you stop me? If it wasn't for you meddling around in my stuff, I would have got through with it. Wah!
Kill him,
Kind
Grady.
of crazy. I don't know.
Shoot him.
Pretty good twist. I liked it. And he sits there, he goes, "Get away, Grady." He has like a hamburger meat face.
I don't want to hurt you, but I can't help myself, Grady.
Grady's just like, "God, well, Jesus, you're a werewolf." And it's like, "Grady, why don't you get the fuck out of here?" But no, Grady watches him fully transform back into the werewolf. And the werewolf immediately grabs him, picks him up, and he's just shaking him. And Vandal comes up, bites the werewolf a little bit. There's a
The
nice
dog's
scuttle.
dying.
And then
Oh,
all of
no.
a sudden, Vandal jumps up, knocks the werewolf down.
Oh, never
and
mind.
The werewolf drowns. Will, the inbred child, drowns. 2 confirmed kills back to back. Isn't that fucking
Bye-bye, Will.
crazy?
And it just immediately cuts to the next day. And they're
W
like,
dog.
"Oh, geez, that was kind of weird." Which I want to also point out that the next day they're at the dinner table and they're just like, "Well, that was kind of weird, huh, Grady? Your child just got done watching 2 people die in
Yeah.
front of him." Also, we found out that werewolves are real. He probably has no trust in you as a family anymore. And we're just supposed to be like, "All right, anyways, well, we got our deer back." Thankfully, they end this conversation by apologizing to Vandal, who looks very cute the entire
Woohoo.
time. We stand Vandal on this channel. And we get a nice shot of Grady's room. It looks like he's sleeping, but we get one of the best jump scares in the entire series where we get the werewolf doing I don't know what fucking sound they use for that, but play it again here. Hey, one more time for a good measure. We do that, and it's just a dream.
Goofy
Grady
little
wakes
werewolf.
up, and he's freaking out,
He's
and he goes
sweating
out
to
on his
death.
porch once again. He looks at the moon, and he begins to howl.
Oh, shut up, you weird. You're weird.
And the episode ends with this kind of cliffhanger with being, is Grady, when he was getting fucking baby shook, I don't know if you want to call that, did he get infected? I don't know. Is he a werewolf? I don't know. But god damn it if that isn't a great ending. It is kind of cringe, you know. But still, it's a lot of fun. And of course, we can't forget that also R.L. Stine comes back and he's just like, wasn't that scary as shit? Have a good day, everyone. And he has the werewolf arm. I love it.
Wow.
I love it. And I think that this still goes on to be one of, if not the best, Goosebumps episode conceived. I think it was too dark. I think that they set the bar and they were like, we can't go that dark. That actually scared the shit out of people. Because every other Goosebumps thing, it always has like a layer of humor to it, I think. It's a little cheesy. It's a little campy. This one goes into...
All right, so that's that one. You know, I did watch that before, in a little nostalgic moment for me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this video, watching it again. Our meaty boy talking about it, so that was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm very glad I got to witness that again. And also it's almost Halloween, so that's a perfect time for that video. Well, yeah. So, this has been the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss my videos. And guys, peace out, bye, and I'll see you in the next one.